The month of May is Asian Pacific Heritage Month in the United States, and what better time to look at some of the flags from the Asia Pacific region. Now, this is not an official region, I don't think, though I suppose some countries might consider it that. This tier list I found on TierMaker did describe it as Oceania, which I used to think was pronounced Oceanica or Oceanica, but I don't think there's a C in there. So Oceania, Asia Pacific, whatever you want to call it. These are some of the flags from some of those mostly island countries in the Pacific region of Asia. Looking at this, we do see a lot of inspiration from the British Empire. Lots of domination of this area by the British over the years. I don't know why I'm struggling to move these over so much, but that's okay. We're going to start by putting the two blue ones, the two light blue ones, up here. I'm not a huge fan of that. I don't think the British flag in the corner goes well with the rest of the flag when it is such a stark contrast of colors. I think these flags work a lot better with the British flag there. But I think the one that does it the best is definitely this one with the red stars. I think the red stars definitely go with the British flag a lot better. And I do apologize for not knowing the names of pretty much any of these countries. I don't think that any of these are Australia, though they are somewhat similar to those. Definitely, if you are an expert on these flags or just know more than I do, let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know which country has the best flag in your opinion. It might be different than mine, especially if you know something about it. For example, this one, I'm sure there's a story why the flag looks like this, but I'm not a fan because it's just too simple, as is this one. These flags would be easy to copy, though, and that's something I do think about. The United States flag is fairly easy to draw, copy, and whatnot. A flag down here that we see that probably wouldn't be able to be copied or drawn as easily is going to be this one. I do like that they modified the British flag by putting the yellow stars on it and whatnot. I wish that this had just been the whole flag. I wish that the British flag in the corner had been the entire flag and we didn't have the rest of it being yellow. That would actually be a really, really cool looking flag because it honors that heritage. Honor may be the right, may be the wrong word. I'm not sure the history of imperialism in these countries, but it does take that British inspiration, but it adds to it as opposed to just kind of putting it off to the side. I also really like this flag with the sun rising over the water. Most of these countries are islands, so you can tell that the ocean is fairly important to their culture. At least one would assume so. And this flag definitely touches on that. It is a very complicated design, but I do like it. This flag with the orange bar going across, I do like that. Orange is not a color you see done very well on flags. And here done with the blue, normally those colors wouldn't go together. I mean, there are opposites, but I think here it does work a little. I'm just not a huge fan of it, so it is going in C tier for me. This flag down here, it's a yellow bar across a blue flag. It's not that much into it. I'm putting that down here in D tier. We might even need to add an F tier here, but we'll stick with D for right now. This one I do like. I like the black. Black, again, a color that we're not used to seeing on flags so much over in this side of the world, over in this hemisphere, the Western Hemisphere. But in places of Asia and Africa, that is more common. Speaking of general African colors, black, red, and green are colors that you do see on a lot of African flags. Now, I'm not sure the correlation, if there is any here, but I do like this flag here. In the Asia Pacific region, this is the only flag with those specific color designs. Though this one comes close, this one with a little triangle there, it's just a little too simple for me. I'm going to put it down into C tier. With 4 more flags to go, I'm going to put this one, which looks like a yellow and blue take on the Japanese flag. Japanese flag already is very simple. This flag probably doesn't have anything to do with Japan, so I apologize to this country. But yeah, just a very simple flag. Not a huge fan of it. Blue, yellow, and green are colors that go well together. I will go ahead and put this one up in B tier. Again, some very simple flags here. I suppose we can put that one up in B tier just because those colors do go well together. Though red, white, and blue is something that is used on a ton of different flags from the British Empire and from influences from the United States. This one with the heart there, I suppose we can make a nice little staircase down, and we'll put that one. Did I say heart? That's not a heart. That's a cross or a health care sign. Anyway, that one's going to go in C tier there. So in the Asia Pacific region, I don't think there are really any flags that I would describe as S tier flags, but there are some decent ones, there are some good ones, and of course each of these flags probably has their own history on why they look like that and everything, so this is just a fun tier list as an outsider looking in. Let me know in the comment section down below if you know anything more about these flags that I did not, and let me know what other tier lists I should do, whether they could be flags or something completely different like food or video games. I do it all here on this channel. And if that sounds good to you, a subscribe or like or all that YouTube type stuff would be appreciated. Also, shout out to Malcolm005 for making this tier list. I appreciate that, Malcolm. You can follow this guy on Twitter. There will be a link in the comment section down below. I'm going to start giving some shout outs to the people who make this tier list because they do save me a lot of time, even if it is something they probably just made in, just really quickly. But I am rambling. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.